if you're the person that likes to get high, right? Now, on this channel, we don't do that stuff. We're on the Hanuman regiment, which I'm going to get into even more detail, more depth for improvement. But we do not do that stuff. We live a life of discipline, building skills, turning them skills into things that can either propel society further or, make us more money and provide for who we got to provide for, right? However, just for this purpose of this video, right, just hear out this example. So if you're the type of person that likes to get high, right, look how crazy this is. Now, maybe you have, your get high song, or you like to set the mood a bit, or listen to some mad, music, and it's talking about getting high as well, and the music, right? It's all going to make sense, don't worry. There's people out there who will get paid, right? They get paid to make that type of music. That music, maybe sets the tone for you to get high and chill and vibe to, or it talks about getting high. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, again, on this channel, we do not believe that listening to music should be able to persuade you and make you do things. You get what I'm saying? Like, we train our mind and we have that discipline to understand, maybe, yeah, we like the song, maybe we like the music, but we don't need to do the stuff that the music's talking about. However, let's say for some people it does, right? Some people, they listen to that and like, yeah, I'm a smoke this, I'm a drink this, I'm a vibe out, right? The person who makes that song or makes that type of, that form of entertainment, they get paid loads. They get paid money for that, right? You taking them drugs now. Now, of course, hopefully this doesn't happen, but you've taken them drugs and you have to go to hospital, right? Because you done too much, okay? The guy that saves your life gets paid a fraction of what the guy who made the song and set the vibe for you to get into that position in the first place makes, right? He makes a fraction of that. This starts to, this is where this video is going. Society is backwards. And we know that. We know this already. Society is backwards, okay? But what I want to get into is, for the people on this channel, if you can see that, you probably already know this stuff, but I just want to touch on some points to, reaffirm that you're not on your own, and that there are people like me who think like you, and that we need to, build this community so we can start to, build society in a better way, or at first point, become more self-sufficient and don't rely on, the backward methods of society. Because society tells you, get your degree, you get your job. So basically, you get a degree to get a 9-to-5 and get paid a fraction of what the guys who, don't have a degree and do some random, or doing some either online course, doing something in the entertainment industry, something like that make, right? So clearly we can see if you want to make more money, the traditional pathway is not for you, right? Because there's a track record. We have a track record. You can bring up multiple people who make loads of money and don't have degrees or haven't gone through that traditional sense of like education to get it. You always hear of the dropouts who do this and do that, right? What we believe is that the traditional pathway gives you a sense of security, right? You get a degree in whatever subject, and then you can get like a stable job. That's what they love to call it, stable income. So, that's basically what a mortgage is based off. If you want to buy a house, you need to show proof of a stable income, right? So all this security. Why? So the people who give you the loan, right, have faith that you make a stable income to pay them back. So the loan that they give you will be paid back stably, right? You see what I'm doing here? So it's built on this sense of stability, okay? Now, again, we know that's not the fact. If you want to make money, traditional pathway is not for you, okay? And if you're on this channel, you probably know that. But another thing I want to touch on is the value of the traditional education anyway. What value does it give you? It gives you, okay, a 9 to 5. Even if you do have that degree, people struggle to get jobs. But okay, let's say it gives you the 9 to 5. Does it give you the best education possible? Because let's look at it like this, yeah. As a self-sufficient person, we can go through it, especially for me, right? I go through it in the sense of the education part is for me, you know, the actual degree, the grades, the qualification, that's not for me. Why? Because everyone's different. We're individuals. We do things at our own pace. We can learn at our own pace, or we might want to specialize when we want to specialize and not when we're told to specialize. Do you see what I'm saying? Also, we might want to delve away from the different modules that we have to study. You know, we can't let a curriculum determine the type of, let's say you want to be an engineer, determine the type of engineer you become because what the curriculum said, you have to learn this, 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 and this. No, we don't do that. However, the value of that is the content even that great? Because at the end of the day, how many, I know so many, I've seen so many, I've heard of so many students who complain about the level of education, right? And I want to set this example for you. So let's say you're studying mathematics, right? I've been there as well, studying mathematics or different concepts in maths, okay? You're in the lecture, the guy's just reading off the slides. He really doesn't care. He's just doing his shift. That's important. Remember that he's doing his shift. He's taught the lectures before on repeat probably over the years to each class, and he's doing a shift, okay? That's his job. Then what you do, you don't understand it, so you go on YouTube, you watch a couple videos or maybe even one video, and the guy explaining it, you understand it like way better, and you see the comments as well. The track record is there on the comments. You see, yo, this guy helped me so much. This person helped me so much. I understand it way more now, right? That video was free. And you've paid for this traditional education where it's not even making sense. You're struggling and it's not even custom to your pace. And you pay for it and they don't even give you the textbook sometimes. You have to still buy the textbook yourself. So let me break this down for you even further. The same reason I'm making these types of videos is because I have a passion for these subjects. I have a passion to kind of help people and talk about situations that other people may be in. I have a passion for that. So best believe when I'm making these videos, I'm putting 100%, 110% into what I'm talking about. And the passion is there, right? Same for that guy who gave you the maths tutorial. He loves it. Why else would you make a YouTube video helping people with maths if you don't like maths? He loves it, so his passion is there, and you can almost believe that the way he's trying to explain it in his head is the best way possible, and it's the way that's going to help you best, right? And he's going to break it down, and you see them, they're answering the comments as well. But the point is, that's the passion. You can't guarantee that with lecturers. You can't expect them to be as passionate as they were first year of teaching to, 5th, 6th year of teaching. Maybe in the rare case, you get that lecturer or whatever who's got that track record. But you can't expect it. Nor should you expect it. Do you get what I'm saying? With the video, they only have to make that video once. And then people can just watch it whenever. Or, if there's updated content, whatever, they make it again. But you have that guarantee there that they're doing it because they love it. And it's that passion that helps you to understand what's going on, understand the concepts, understand the theories. Do you see what I'm saying? So, within the Hanuman regiment, we look at it like this. Skill building and learning, you need to extract what you need and what you want, right? And of course, if you're part of this regiment and you believe in self-sufficiency, then you're building these skills for yourself. And what you get from it is what you want to get from it. Do you see what I'm saying? And vice versa. What you don't get from it is what you don't want to get from it, in the sense of, in your personalized routine regimen, it might be that the content you're consuming right now isn't, it's like on a need to know basis. So even though you're studying this module, you can't really properly, have that passion for it because you're fixing other stuff. And maybe you're just going through the course to extract different information from different lectures. And then again, I'd even argue that maybe you need to go and not come away from the traditional education and do it yourself. At the end of the day, a lot of the great minds out there who's discovered many different theories didn't have lectures like us, didn't go through the same system as us, didn't have the same textbooks as us, didn't have the internet. You see what I'm saying? We've got this stuff, and you have to truly believe that anything you want to learn or any skills you want to build, you can build. And you could even invest. Imagine you took the money that you spent on university and you just took that. Again, most of us, don't have it to start with, so you get loans, but that's the system right there. But anyway, imagine you took that and then you put that onto your self-development, right? There are many different courses and things you can do, and many different ways that you can learn and become the best version of yourself. The problem could arise because, remember, as much as people on the Hanuman regiment and people watching these videos know this, society doesn't understand that. Society doesn't see it like that. They want to see that piece of paper that says this, that says, you have this degree and all that stuff. Again, though, if you're self-sufficient and you have that faith in yourself that you're going to get the skills that you need and build what you want to build a business that you want to build, invent the things you want to invent, then you can do it. You can do it without going down the traditional pathway, that may just be dulling your passion. You see what I'm saying? And if you're ever in doubt, just remind yourself of how backward society is. Remind yourself that there's people out there who don't have half as many skills as you, may even be less capable than you, and are making 3, 5, 10 times the money that you're making. See what I'm saying? They're able to provide more with the money they're making on less skills. So again, that's another part of the regimen. There's building skills, and then there's being good at utilizing those skills to, create things. I think there's loads of people out there who know a lot but don't do nothing with it, or have knowledge but don't use that knowledge intelligently. You see what I'm saying? You see where we're going with this? But again, so this is what I'm trying to just emphasize, that you really need to, if you're on the Hanuman regiment, you really need to believe in yourself and believe that any skills that you need to acquire, you can acquire to then build a platform, build whatever it is you want to build. And I think one day we'll go through the skill tree, create your own skill tree, because that's what I've done, and I'll share with you some of the skills that I've been building, if you're interested, that is. And I'll show you like how I split that up, how I organize my time to make sure I work on myself in building these skills. So that's another video for another time. But the main message of this video is that society is backwards. The traditional pathways aren't, as much as people are going to tell you that they are what you should be doing and that's the way to go, they're not the way to go. Society has proven that with the track record. Again, people, that's the only discipline. Yeah, I'll finish with this. The only discipline where it could be difficult is if you want to go into the medical field and you want to, if you want to be like a surgeon or something, and you have to open people up and stuff like that. Okay, the training that you need will be very specific, and the traditional pathway is the only way that you can actually get that type of training. Do you get what I'm saying? Other than that, engineering, mathematics, you can learn that, without going through the traditional pathway. You just won't have the piece of paper that says you know how to do it. But if you're on the 101 regiment, you build that track record, you build projects, products that show you can do this, then they'll be crying out for you. And that's even if you want to work the job. If you want to do your own thing, you can do your own thing. But regardless, society will be crying out for you. You feel me? And again, there's other ways, if you want to get into the medical field, you can still do so much without that degree. But it's if you want to be training for like specific roles, a surgeon, whatever, then yeah, that's going to be difficult. However, if you utilize your network properly, you may be able to find a way to get that opportunity to learn without having to go through the traditional pathway. The possibilities are actually endless. You see what I'm saying, guys? So again, I'm just going to sum up the video because I got sidetracked. But you can see my passion's here. I'm trying to give you 110, 200% right now. So again, traditional pathway is not what it seems. Build your own skills. Anything you want to do is possible. And if you ever feel like you're in doubt, remember that society is backwards. Okay? Remember how the stuff people do and how it makes them way more money than you're currently making. So believe in yourself. You are not as underqualified as you may think. In fact, you may be very qualified, and your experiences that you have are valuable to people out there, and you don't even realize that. Your own experiences, your own lifestyle, there's someone out there who can relate and will need to hear from you. So with that being said, have a good one, guys, and yeah, keep working on yourself.